Hi there, I'm back again to talk about something I never thought I'd talk about, and that's Build-A-Bear plushes. Last year, well, before, let me preface this with, I was found in several Build-A-Bear plush locations because my second son loved Build-A-Bear and bought several of those bears, and then the Pokemon items came out, so we were in Build-A-Bear a lot. But I never thought I'd get anything there. Well, once they got the Mario license, of course I was there. My second son got the plush Mario bear that's dressed as Mario. And there was also, I picked up the Luigi outfit for a bear. And you can see it has the Build-A-Bear Workshop hanger and tag. This is official Nintendo licensed product. This says it was 16 bucks, which is craziness. Yeah. It just says, there's a little tag on here that has the Super Mario tag, and then there's another tag that says Build-A-Bear Workshop on it. And it's made in China, and this is 2017 Nintendo. So yeah, since this is 2019, we're talking 2017. We just swapped over. So in 2017, late in the year is when they got this. So this year they came out with even more stuff. So let's look at some of this stuff. I'm going to look at first year first. There's a Toad plush. And this little guy. Man, I'll always pick up a Toad plush. He's got a nice, crazy big head as usual. Overall, a really well-made plush. You can see the Build-A-Bear on his foot there. It's got a big old tag on him. Multiple tags. You got the Super Mario tag again. And then you have all new material tag and the Build-A-Bear Workshop tag. So he's full of tags. Got all kinds of tags. Around VGMM we call this the hang tag and we call this the tush tag because a lot of times you'll find it on the tush. This time we find it on the side. Excuse me. So there's Toad. I had to pick him up. So there's Mario Bear, Luigi Bear, a Princess Peach Bear, and I think there was a Yoshi, Toad, and the other one I'm going to show you, which is the biggest Bowser plush I have. I've shown the Cine version of the Bowser, and this guy's like twice the size of that. And just a fantastic Bowser plush. He is commanding. He's huge. He's big. He's bigger than my head. Nice open mouth expression. His eyes and everything. His hair isn't weird like it always tends to be. Nice big huge arms. He's really stuffed well. I had this stuffed in store. Where you have the option to kind of overstuff it, and I thought this was like the perfect plush to kind of overstuff. I mean, I wanted him to be burly like Bowser. His hang tag hangs from his hair on his head, and the tush tags are on the back like this, and he has all the same ones Toad does. And this was year one. I believe they reissued this for year two, because it sold really well apparently. At least that's what the lady said at the store. Along with Toad, he was tough to find. Okay, so moving on. This year the big new plush was Yoshi. I don't tend to buy a lot of Yoshi plushes anymore, simply because they all kind of look the same. There's not a lot of variation anymore. Like all the previous Yoshis, there's a ton of variation, but nowadays they kind of all look alike, and it's kind of dangerous to buy Yoshi plushes unless you really know what you're doing, because a lot of them are fake, unfortunately. So if you know exactly who you're buying from, a good source, and you know nothing's weird about, I mean, most of the plushes that are fakes look really spot on. They have a really good pattern for Yoshi, unfortunately. So, but if Yoshi's ever wearing anything like a graduation gown or like a jersey or something, it's going to be fake. Just a little PSA for you right there. But this one, this has a Yoshi wearing something. But here's the hang tag, so I promise you it's official product. This says Build-A-Bear Blue Yoshi, and I got this online, so I didn't go to the store. But they filled it nice. It was good. And he has a little hoodie, and it has a Super Mario, and Mario is riding Yoshi. That's kind of rare these days, actually, to see Mario riding Yoshi in most of the art, unless it's like New Super Mario Brothers. But it is nice to... I like that art where he rides Yoshi, but Yoshi tends to be his own character nowadays, especially with Yoshi's Crafted World coming out soon. So let's take a look at the hoodie. It can, of course, completely come off. I love the bright orange on this too. He's kind of Bronco colored. I'm a Broncos fan. Didn't do too well this year, but that's okay. The weird part about this is the hoodie covers his shell, and it's a huge shell, so it's kind of like a big hump on his back without the when you see the hoodie on him. But other than that, it's a really cool plush. You can see the Build-A-Bear on his hand, and it's also a Super Mario on his foot. You tend to see it on their feet, like Bowser has Super Mario on his feet, and then he has the Build-A-Bear logo on his hand. But Toad, again, just has the Build-A-Bear on his foot and nothing on his hands. He doesn't have Super Mario on him, so I guess it's just how big the plush is. But this is also a very big Yoshi plush. This is almost scaled properly, I think. Yoshi's pretty big, but Bowser's huge. Yeah, so there you go. The last thing I have to show you is a comparison between two plushes. And Build-A-Bear this year, oddly enough, came out with a Piranha Plant. Or I'm sorry, 2018. This is 2018 merchandise. So there's the tag and all the tags. He's even got this little bear tag on here. You can see, you can see that. So there's a ton of tags on this guy, which kind of detracts from it, I think. A lot of people cut the tags off and everything, but he is bendable. So there's a little bit of wire in here. But you can't like keep his mouth closed. I guess that's fine. But I like the style of the leaves. I can't wait for the Smash Brothers Piranha Plant to come out. That looks like a lot of fun to play. The teeth, as you can see, are hard to see against the white lips, and they kind of fold up. I've been trying to push them down so you can see them a little bit better, but they just kind of want to fling up because of how the plush is built. The bottom ones sit nicely, but the top ones are kind of weird. Chomp, chomp, chomp. So I have in my other hand the Sine version, and right off the bat you can kind of tell which one is superior. The Sine one is fuzzier. Sine tends to use a very soft, fuzzy plush material. And let me show you on the pipe. The Build-A-Bear pipe just has a piece of fabric that's like folded over to make a ring to make the pipe. And Sine, you can actually fold the pipe up a little bit to make it look more like a potted thing, but it looks a little weird. It's not meant to be like that. It's meant to be like that. Next obvious difference is the tags. But I already mentioned that, so we can move on. The Build-A-Bear version kind of has the black portion sunken in a little bit more than the Sine version. It kind of has it poking out. You can kind of see it from a straight angle. I like it more like it's sitting in a pot. I mentioned I like the leaves on these Piranha Plants. You can see that there's a pattern sewn in to the leaf on the Sine version, whereas the Build-A-Bear version has nothing sewn. And I don't know which one I like more. I mean, I actually think that the Build-A-Bear one has a better and more accurate leaf, because there is some detail on the art for Piranha Plant on the leaf, but I like how these ones sit. and like kind of fold up. The head, both when you display them, kind of get a little floppy. And it's not like you can do much about it, because the weird part is the bendable part starts right here on the Sine one. On the Build-A-Bear one, it's the same way. You can feel that the wire goes inside the pipe a little bit, whereas the Sine version, I can't feel that. So it seems like this part is bendable. You can kind of bend it and it stays really well. But the issue is it starts at a floppy angle because it's just attached to the pipe. So if it went all the way down in the pipe and attached to something down here, it would give more bendability and kind of make it sit nice. But both kind of end up drooping a little bit. But the Build-A-Bear one, you can actually kind of manipulate it a little bit to stay up. I'm a little bit worried though, because I don't know if you can see that, but that right there, that little protruding bit right there, that's the end of the wire. And why that concerns me is if you mess around with it too much, you might pop it through. That would suck. Really, truly though, I'm going to put the Sine version over the Build-A-Bear version for this reason alone. Chompability. So you can see that there is more of a inside feature to the Sine version. Whereas this has too much material here to make it much of a mouth. Like when you see it from the angle, his tongue is all outside, whereas this one you can't see the tongue. It's kind of hard to explain. It's an aesthetics thing. And the teeth are bigger. Teeth are bigger on the Sine version. One last thing I just noticed. The Build-A-Bear one has a pattern of white polka dots on the red part, whereas all the polka dots on the Sine version, they are embroidered on, specifically probably to a pattern, because that's how crazy Sine gets with its plush detail. That's a lot of time on Piranha Plant, but I guess that just shows you how excited I am to play as him. That was a great surprise. So there you go. That's all the Build-A-Bear stuff I have so far. Who knows what they're going to continue with. Tell me in the comments, what would you like to see in 2019 for a Build-A-Bear Super Mario license? Maybe a different character, maybe a new enemy, something like that. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Personally, I'd like to see a Magic Koopa or a Hammer Brother. But, yeah, let me know. Bye.